Which side are you on?
Which side are you on?
Which side are you on?
Are you for the side that believes in open debate, or the side which represses free speech?
The side that is a democracy, or the side which executes political opponents?
The side that takes pride in its diverse society, or the side which persecutes gays and religious minorities?
The side that strives for gender equality, or the side which oppresses women and condones honor killings?
The side that protects its young people, or the side which uses its children as human shields?
Are you on the side that builds shelters for civilians, or the side which constructs bunkers for terrorists?
Are you for the side that goes out of its way to avoid harming innocent people?
Or the side which deliberately targets innocent civilians?
The side that invests in education, or the side which uses its money to fund terrorism?
The side that sanctifies life, or the side which worships death?
I know which side I'm on.
I know which side I'm on.
I know which side I'm on.
And it's not the one of a repressive terrorist organization.
I'm for freedom.
I'm for democracy.
I am for Israel.
And I'm for Israel too. Why? Because I'm Jewish. But you don't have to be Jewish to be for Israel. You could be a Christian. You could be a Buddhist. You could be an Islamic fundamentalist, as long as you're prepared to live there in peace. Because fundamentalism doesn't have to be all about terrorism. It can be about important belief. Agnostics, for example, can be very passionate about their non-belief. Israel allows you to be whoever you are, wherever you are. Yes, there will be some prejudice amongst the community. There is all over the West, after all. But in the Middle East, it's one of the most passionate and spacious places to be a human being that I know of. It is a very small country, but it is filled with a vibrancy which I think is missing in the rest of the world. So no one will care for Israel except Israel herself. And so she should. This is one of the most peaceful, beautiful, and wonderful places to spend 2 weeks, let alone a whole lifetime. So if the world doesn't recognize that, Israel and the Jewish people will. And whatever it takes to keep that alive is basically what the world will have to face.
Peace, everyone. All the best. I love you, Australia. Thank you so much. I believe it.
Dear Arab citizens of Israel, Muwatinuna al-Arab al-Aiza. Before my election, I said Arab voters were going to the polls in droves. I was referring to a specific political party, but many people were understandably offended. I apologize for how my comment was misunderstood.
We're reminding ourselves that Netanyahu did apologize, just in case anybody missed it.
But today I want to go further. Today I'm asking Arab citizens in Israel to take part in our society in droves, work in droves, study in droves, thrive in droves. Israel is strong because of our diversity and pluralism, not in spite of it. Over 20% of Israel's citizens are Arabs, and you have achieved incredible heights. Supreme Court justices, members of parliament, renowned authors, entrepreneurs, high-tech business owners, doctors, pharmacists. I'm proud of the role Arabs play in Israel's success. I want you to play an even greater role in it. Now, respecting minorities isn't just the right thing to do. It's critical to our progress. But talking about equality of opportunity, that's not enough. Action is what matters. My government recently passed a resolution to invest massive resources in Arab communities.
This is what I love. We're actually building the most magnificent storyline. And should anyone wish to get out our way from here on in, we have the high ground here. We are reaching out to everyone that would listen in that Arab community, the Arab community that would have us out of Israel.
Arab communities are receiving unprecedented support for public infrastructure, for transportation, for employment, for welfare, for so many other things. And the reason for this is simple, because your future is our future. Yet significant gaps remain. I will never forget the conversation I had in a Knesset committee with a young Muslim woman. her husband and sons were gunned down in an Arab town. She was shaking. She begged me. She said, Prime Minister, please increase law and order in the community where I live. And this is exactly what we're doing. Yesterday, the government approved legislation that would significantly strengthen public safety for Arab towns and villages. They're yearning to be free from a life of crime and violence.
Well, that's a remarkable piece of work. I'm not entirely sure I can say anything. I mean, I've seen Netanyahu at his best here. And yes, it may sound sweet and sickly to some, but I think it's genuinely heartfelt. And I certainly believe in the principle, whether he believes it or not. So what are we going to do? Are we each going to make contact with our Muslim brothers? I don't know. Maybe we can set up some sort of agency to introduce ourselves to each other. But I think it would make a start if we could sit around a table and break bread and do as whatever biblical tale says we should do. But let's not fight as they did in the Bible. Let's make peace. That's it from Newt News. First out on JAir. And I am so glad to be a part of this extraordinary venture, which, well, who knows where JAir and the Jewish community of Melbourne can take itself from here on in.
שיטבעו האוניות, שישרף הפחד, אולי ניפול אחורה לעולם, בלי כאב לב, בלי אשמה, בלי עבר, בלי לפחד, בלי חרטה, בלי מחר. ולמה זה מרגיש כל כך לבד? איך זה בוער כשהלילה יורד? שיטבעו האוניות, שישרף הפחד, אולי ניפול אחורה לעולם, בלי כאב לב, בלי אשמה, בלי עבר, בלי לפחד, בלי חרטה, בלי מחר. למה זה